kiss on my. I've been broke way longer than I've been rich, so until it levels out, I'ma take mama to the Marriott and took me so long to get it, gonna spread it out. Let them know all about me when I'm dead and gone. One in the hand, one in the bag, bubble. One in the hand, one in the bag, bubble.
This is Madden 19.
All right, Coach, we welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the Detroit Lions and the New York Giants. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets them up first and goal.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front. And the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
The Lions into the red zone for the first time. This is first and goal from about the 8. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
They get it to him running left. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Michael Floyd, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions are going to take a first-quarter lead. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Gostkowski now out to kick it away. On the return, it's Washington. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
Here we go now. Green 39, green 39.
Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
While we know that the identity of this offense is to throw the ball, they've got to run it every so often, if for no other reason than to tamp down the pass rush. They can't let them just tee off and get to their quarterback.
Manning going to throw. He gives it to Brown. Complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs. Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
On play action, it's Manning. Looking and finding Allen Hurns. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now Gordon on 1st down. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
Hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
To throw is Manning. This is Gordon on the dump off. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that have to be pinpoint.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Charles Clay with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
That's almost just not right. You cover everybody. But those tight ends, they can be awfully reliable.
Very reliable. The defense just has to hate those guys.
This drives them crazy because oftentimes you can't match up with them. They have you either with size, speed, or maybe even just strength.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense heading out as we give you a look at the playoff race coming into the weekend in the NFC. Everybody knows it. The fans, obviously the players and coaches, there's just with them a palpable buzz right now. They know they control their own destiny.
Win and you're in. And I think every player wants that. I think every coach wants that. I haven't been an organization yet that wants to be in a game where they have to rely on other teams to get them to their goals. In this situation, it's very cut and dry. Win, and you're in the playoffs. That's their mission. That's their challenge. And you know they've chosen to accept it.
And what they told us is this has been the most focused week of practice we've had all year. You wouldn't expect any different.
Yeah, and at the beginning of the season, you have multiple goals. They just have one now. Win the game.
Touchdown, Detroit! A great effort there. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Lions are in for 6.
When you know you've got a home run hitter on your side of the ball, and you know that he can score from anywhere on the field, it usually inspires the rest of the guys to do their jobs even better. That resulted in a lot of great blocks downfield because they knew if they gave him space, he could do exactly what he did, put the ball in the end zone.
Gostkowski now out to kick it away. On the return, it's Washington. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. And New York set to take the field. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter, get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
An excellent pickup of 34 yards. On the counter, here's Gordon. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
Now a handoff. This is Gordon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
All right, here we go.
Shotgun now for Manning. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
I know ultimately that feels like a good defensive play, but I know it's really not. They had a chance to keep points off the board. Now they have a chance to kick a field goal by missing that shot.
Yeah, especially at this spot in the field. He's got to be upset he couldn't come up with that INT. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And that will cut the lead back down to 3 at 13-10. Well, maybe a little bit of an anxious moment there as that ball got closer and closer, but it does curl in.
Yeah, actually did a little bit of a slow dance there with the left upright, didn't it? But had just enough space, as you said, for it to curl in.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the 2nd quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Reset. Hey, easy.
And they'll go on the ground. Oh, now he bowls him over. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another 1st down. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this 1st half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Hey, check 26.
Working from the gun, Rodgers got his man complete over the middle. It's Gonzalez. And down inside the 15 he goes. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well. They'll run it now out of the gun. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. A give running left. It's Sanders. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 12 yards is the pickup there, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Look, the first down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it, and boy, the reward was there. A big, big pickup. And guess what? It's now 3rd and very short in order to try and pick up a first down.
Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. This will be caught at about the 5. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Zach Brown coming in hard on the blitz. He gets him down for a loss of 4. Well, the D brought the house. They called the blitz, and they get to the quarterback, overwhelming the O-line.
And I would love to know, and we'll find out later on, was that called before the play? Or did they audible into it? Because defenses change plays as well as offenses. Sometimes they get the set they want. They go right to the blitz. And in this case, they nailed it. Got right to the quarterback. No chance on that 4th down.
Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the 2nd quarter, it has been a struggle. On 3rd down, this is Melvin Gordon. And a pretty little juke move there, but not a ton to show for it afterwards as he's brought down. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down. Here's Marquette King now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
158!
Now they try the right side here. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Rodgers now to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Looking for Floyd, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Now Manning. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Here we go now. Blue Lightning.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Manning. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. The Giants on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19.
Set. Blue Lightning.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Here's Marquette King now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, so many times defensive backs get caught playing the man rather than the football, but not in this case. That's an excellent play. Did exactly what you're supposed to do. Attack the football and help break up the pass.
And, yep, as a result, knocks it down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Hey, 626.
Rodgers now on 1st down. Looking for Floyd, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Hurry up, here we go. 3:19.
Now Manning throwing on 2nd down. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. Alshon Jeffrey in the final seconds of the 1st half. And the Giants are in for 6.
Well, someone has a sense of the dramatic here, don't they? Scoring this late in the half to take the lead going into the locker room.
Now they just don't want to misstep misfortune on the next kickoff because there's still a little bit of time left on that clock.
Yeah, you do have to bring that up, don't you? In the NFL, every play is critical. And if you give up something cheap there, all that advantage they just gained goes right out the window.
This is taken near the 13. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A final shot before half for Rodgers. All going deep here for Taylor. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Now a handoff looking right. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31. Defensively rallying to the ball after the nice move. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. To throw, it's Rodgers. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. On third down, they'll run it with Sanders. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. They give him 12 yards and a first down. Another run with Sanders. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. A gain of 3, second down.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Lions are in for 6.
And we know they won't get their names in the stat sheet, but the offensive line has to get all the credit for that touchdown run. Tremendous job of blocking, paving the way for the 6 points.
Gostkowski with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the third quarter. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front, and then maybe a guard can slide up to the second level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Looking for Jeffrey, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 12, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
Running right, here's Sanders. And now running right through it. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
It'd be hard to say that a defense wouldn't be ready for a first down run. And when you can gain that kind of yardage against a defense that's really kind of geared to stop that play, your confidence has to rise. And now you've actually opened up your playbook. If you want to throw the ball now for play action, you're good to go.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run-blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 12 more yards there and another first down.
I know anytime you watch a team run the ball really well, there's some pinball effect, people bouncing off of each other. There's also some things of beauty in there when you see these nice, explosive, strong runs. And this guy, he knows how to carry the football really well and continually wants the football. Why? He knows the offensive line's going to give him great effort, and he gives great effort himself to finish off runs.
A nice gain of 21 yards.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 11 more on that one and another first down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
And they'll run it here. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Lions are able to grow their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. New York set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle.
And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. Chandler Jones in there to drop him, and he continues to Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's the Giants with possession of the football, but needing points as we start quarter number 4.
Set! Green, 39!
They fake the handoff. Now Manning. The man open left side is Brown. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. And they had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try to cut down the length of the drive.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they got it going today.
A good gain of 14 there, and it moves to James. I think this defense tired of seeing him run the football, and this D-line probably getting sick of the O-line as well.
And as I'm watching this, I'm thinking about a conversation I had with Adam Gase, the head coach of the Miami Dolphins in the offseason. He told me that he asked his running backs each week for their favorite runs. Give me your 3 top runs. And right now, you're seeing a guy that's probably using his top runs to great advantage in this game.
He is in a zone. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Reset. Hey, easy.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down on his play sheet, trying to dial up a big third down play.
From the gun on third down, Rodgers. It's brought in by Floyd. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. The Lions on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll run it now out of the gun. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Lions add on to their lead. And Charles, the second time today that he has hit pay dirt.
And once you score the first one, there is that natural tendency, and there's also that eagerness to get back there again. Oh, he smells it. This guy smelled the end zone, and twice he's gotten there.
On the return, it's Washington. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. As the Giants head back out there, let's take a look at the playoff picture in the NFC. And as things start to come into focus here in the final weekend, their future still up in the air. Currently in possession of the 5 spot, but could fall entirely out of the postseason if this final day doesn't go their way.
Well, we're looking forward to the playoffs because, fortunately enough, we're going to be there to call some of these games. But when you're sitting where they are right now, the playoffs start with this game. They can't wait till next week and say, well, let's see if we're... No, they have to win this one to ensure that they're going to go. So their playoff run actually begins a week early.
By the way, I got my assignment for the playoffs. Look, they have me doing every game.
I like that.
Are you there, too?
I like that. I just hope I'm with you.
I hope so as well. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Play action. Manning. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, green 39.
On 1st down, Manning. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Manning again here on 2nd and 10. Wide open receiver complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. Into the red zone now. Manning. He dumps it down to Ingram. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. Now Manning again. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. The Giants on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Now let's go.
Manning to throw once more. The quick slant caught. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the 1st. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal. Here's Manning to throw. This is caught. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal. Great footwork there, Charles, to dot the I, stay in bounds, get both feet in. He's probably thinking, though, man, I made a catch like that close to the end zone. I should have scored.
Yeah, there's always a regret when you're that close to the goal line.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. James Washington, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
So that one, a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. So 2 scores down, time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. Oh, were the Giants able to recover? Yes! Well, that certainly makes things more interesting. You get the score, then you get the onside kick. A little uphill battle still, but a start.
It's not mission accomplished, but the plan is working. They are in a great spot right now, and the best part, they put the defense right back out on the field after having already scored.
Yeah, they've got the momentum here now. To throw is Manning. And his throw is incomplete. The veteran Eric Weddle there to break that one up.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
Manning to throw. Over the middle and caught by the tight end play. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. He goes for 18. And now the spike with 36 seconds left to go.
Now let's go. 3-19.
Now Manning. He goes underneath to Ingram. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Back to throw. Manning. He gets it to Brown. Complete. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Throwing on 1st down is Manning. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll make it a 2nd down. One final try now for Manning. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it, and they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for Detroit, a win means they'll finish in double digits at 10-6. And that is maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but a better-than-average season nonetheless. Meanwhile, for the Giants, this might wind up being a tough pill to swallow as they're going to finish the season at 9-7.